Hello and welcome. My name is Bashir Fadl, but on behalf of LearnITCoursesOnline.com as well as LearnJobsOnline.com, I'd like to thank you. We do know that you have a variety of choices of IT training, and you've chosen us, so we really appreciate that and hope that you enjoy it. Thank you. Suppose we'd like to add a room to our house. Well, it's not going to take years because we don't have to make the bricks. We don't have to make the glass. We don't have to make the door. We simply go to a store such as Lowe's or Home Depot and just buy that piece that we need. We buy the glass, we buy the bricks, we buy the carpet, put it together, and the room is made. Similarly with a website, we don't today have to build every single piece per se. We can get that component, and that is what a plugin is. So a plugin is a piece of software containing a group of functions that can be added to a WordPress website. They can add, extend functionality, or add new features to our WordPress website. WordPress plugins are written in the PHP programming language and integrate seamlessly with WordPress. In the WordPress community, there's a saying that goes around. There's a plugin for that. They make it easier for users and add features to their website without knowing a single line of code. Well, I have a website and I'm trying to sell products online. Can I have a products inventory? Yes, there's a plugin for that. I want to be able to sell with PayPal. Can I integrate PayPal? Yes, there's a plugin for that. Well, I need to be able to, and you get the idea. So plugins are readily built components which we can configure that we can add to our website. Suppose I've built websites before, or maybe it's the first time I'm building a website. So I need a little bit of ideas as I'm building my website. For instance, how am I going to build it? Well, I'm probably going to need a home page. I'm probably going to need a contact us, about us. And if I'm selling products, I'm going to need a product page. And that's the beauty of templates. So templates is a pre-packaged website, if you think about it, that already has for the category that we have. So if I'm selling products, then there's some for that kind of concept. So now that we're clear on the site's purpose, which is the most important thing, we can choose and select the template. A template, sometimes referred to as a theme, is the layout of our site. Think of a template like the structure of your house. It forms its basic appearance before you fill it in with all the belongings. Most platforms will offer you a range of templates to choose from, which come pre-filled with example contents. So if I were to go to Wix.com or Weebly.com, we're going to find a lot of templates, and we can choose what best fits the business model that we're trying to build. Templates are usually divided into categories, making it super simple to sift through them and find the ones that are relevant for what we're trying to build. Stepping a little bit further with templates. For example, if we wanted to create a website for a new coffee shop, we can browse the templates list under Cafe. Most of those will already have a contact form, a menu page, and contact details built into the template, as they're all related to what a cafe website would require. All templates can be previewed before we begin editing them, so you can get a clear idea of what it looks like, and more importantly, whether it fits your business needs. Branding and color scheme. Let's take, for instance, once you see that Nike sign, you're always thinking of quality in terms of sportswear. Whenever you see the color pink and it's medical, you're thinking of certain kind of cancer and causes. And so branding is very important when we develop our website and the color scheme that goes along with it. So first we need to decide on our branding. When designing our website, we should think about everything that relates to our overall brand. Everything from the color scheme to font style to the images, because they're telling a story about our brand. It's important, they're all sending the same message. Color is one of the brand's biggest communication tools. In fact, according Color matters because a signature color can boost brand recognition by up to 80%. Most brands have one dominant color, sometimes two, sometimes three. Blue is the most popular color, with 1/3 of the top 100 brands using it in their logo. Font style. Similar to color, the font you opt for has a big impact on what people think of your website. The average website user will read 20% of the text on any given page, so it's crucial to entice them with the appropriate vibe. Usually, white-collar businesses will want to use classic styles of font. Fonts like Arial are synonymous with professionalism and therefore make sense when discussing serious matters. A more fun or playful brand, however, may wish to explore more abstract fonts. So keep that as you're designing your website. Imagery. Images is how you turn a modest website into a visual feast. Visual content is useful for increasing clicks and engagement, but on a more basic level, images simply stick in the mind. According to one study, if we hear a piece of information, we'll only remember 10% of it. But if you add a picture, you remember an incredible 65%. Suppose you're looking for a product and you find it in 10 different websites, and you go to the first website and you look, and you actually need to scroll 3 or 4 times all the way down on the page to find that product. What are the chances that we're going to see it? Almost 0%. So positioning is very important. Research into reading patterns teach us that people commonly consume content in an F format, the letter F format. In simple terms, this means that website users will scan a page in a shape that resembles the letter F. This is why navigation bars on websites are nearly always displayed across the top of the page. It's the first thing that draws people on the landing site. It's a good practice to lay out your content with this in mind so many people as possible see the important stuff. On site, in your location, you have an amazing business. Now you've invested so much on a website, so when people search online, you want to make sure that you're one of the first people that shows up on the list. So that's why optimization and metadata is very important. Search engine optimization, SEO for short, is when we make changes to our website in order to increase the quality and quantity of people landing on our pages. Think of SEO like this. If you own a racing car, the aim is to win a race. You can have the fanciest looking car, but it's what's under the hood that's going to make a difference. So when you make tweaks to the engine, replace the tires or lighten the chassis, what you're doing is optimizing your car. It may look the same, but now you stand a far better chance of winning the race. SEO is much the same. Your site is not any different, but making tweaks to the content, images, and responsiveness can have a huge effect on how highly it ranks in a search engine's result. Metadata on the other side, beyond the actual content, page titles and descriptions known as metadata are the easiest way of telling Google what your site is all about. Metadata appears in the search result and allows users to discover what's on our web page before they click on it. Again, metadata is not the content necessarily, but the page title and descriptions that goes along with our page. Talking about optimizing websites and image compression. There's nothing more frustrating than going to a website, clicking, and you have to wait 5, 10, 15 seconds. Well, sometimes maybe it's because of the internet speed and where we are, but many times it also happens to be because of the images that are on the website. And that's why it's important for us building a website to know about image compression. Images are typically quite large files. This means that having a lot of images can slow our site down, leading to people becoming impatient and leaving it before it's even fully loaded. This is known as bouncing off the page. So what can we do about it? Why image compression, of course. There are tons of free online compression tools that would reduce the number of pixels in our image, which optimizes it and make our website much faster. You are on a website, but now you'd like to be able to go to a specific link. I'm looking at a company's website and I'm looking for careers, and it's taking me forever to find it. I'm on a website and I'm looking for contact us, and it's taking me forever to find it. And that is where internal linking comes in. Internal linking is where we direct users to another web page on our site via hyperlink. Basically, that's the link that you click on. This is generally done when you mention something that you have related content on. So this tells Google and other companies that you're an authority on the subject since you have multiple articles about it. We call it EAT, which is short for expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. By writing in depth and about a subject and internally linking to more content related to it, you're showing search engines that you really know your stuff, which should in turn help in your ranking. Internal linking. With this, we come to the end of this session, and we'd like to thank you for joining us. And also, don't hesitate to visit our website at learnitcoursesonline.com to leave your feedback and reviews. And also look at our events. We have a lot of free sessions, and we'd be more than happy to have you join at any given time, and also sign up with us for our newsletter. Thank you and have a wonderful time.